From birth to the age of 5, a child is not simply growing, they are quietly constructing the entire architecture of their inner world. These early years decide so much more than whether a child learns to speak early or walk fast. These years answer the deepest emotional questions a human being will ever carry. Am I safe? Am I loved? Will someone return for me? Does my presence matter? Is the world gentle or unpredictable? Am I worthy of comfort? These questions are not answered through words, but through presence, tone, touch, and consistency. Through the everyday interactions parents often underestimate because they feel so small. Every response, every glance, every moment of connection or disconnection becomes part of the blueprint of a child's emotional identity. And throughout this delicate period, the person who answers those emotional questions the loudest is not the most perfect parent, not the wealthiest parent, not the parent with the fanciest toys, but the one who shows up emotionally, the one who is present, the one who returns, the one whose face softens when the child approaches, whose arms open even when tired, whose voice calms even when overwhelmed. Emotional presence is the invisible language children understand before any spoken word. The first 5 years are what neuroscientists call the critical window of development. During this time, the brain grows to nearly 90% of its adult size, forming more than 1 million new neural connections every single second. But what many people don't know is that these connections are not formed by early academics or clever toys. They are shaped by experiences of safety, comfort, interaction, and emotional resonance. A child's stress system, the amygdala, learns either to expect calm or to anticipate fear. The bonding system, the oxytocin pathway, grows through gentle touch, eye contact, soothing voices, and the simple act of being held. Their future ability to handle emotions, build relationships, feel empathy, trust others, control impulses, and even manage stress is formed through the consistency of emotional presence in these first years. When a child's needs are responded to with warmth, their brain wires for confidence, security, emotional strength, empathy, resilience, and long-term mental health. But when emotional presence is replaced with emotional absence, even unintentionally, the child's brain doesn't interpret it with adult logic. It interprets it through survival. It experiences uncertainty, a kind of emotional static. Not because the parent doesn't love them, but because the child is too young to understand the reasons. What is hopeful is that the brain is never fully closed. It is always changing, always adapting. You can reconnect. You can repair. You can rewrite emotional patterns. It is never too late. When young children are left without emotional anchoring, which many parents must do because of work, stress, or lack of support, something deeper happens inside their nervous system. This is not about guilt. This is about understanding the emotional world of a child who cannot yet speak for themselves. Children under 5 need a safe emotional anchor to help regulate feelings they cannot process alone. When that anchor is missing, children may become clingy, overwhelmed by separation, withdrawn, distrustful, emotionally explosive, or easily distressed. These behaviors are not bad behavior. They are signs of a nervous system searching for something stable to lean on. When children feel emotionally alone, even for short periods, the brain can shift into survival mode. In survival mode, the brain prioritizes protection, not growth. Children learn fear before courage, reaction before reflection, shutting down before opening up. If this survival pattern continues, these early emotional reflexes can follow them into adulthood. Adults who grew up without emotional anchoring often struggle to express feelings, fear abandonment, overattach in relationships, seek excessive validation, avoid conflict, become people pleasers, or quietly carry the belief that they are not enough. None of this is a child's fault, and none of it is permanent, because just as presence shapes the brain, presence can reshape it. What many parents don't realize is that children don't interpret absence intellectually. They interpret it emotionally. A child doesn't think, "Mom is working because she loves me." They think, "Why am I alone?" They don't think, "Dad is stressed and busy." They think, "Is something wrong with me?" They don't understand schedules, tasks, or adult pressures. They only understand presence and absence, closeness and distance. This is why emotional presence is not simply nice to have. It is emotional nutrition. It feeds the developing brain the way food feeds the growing body. But let's be honest. Parents leave early for many reasons. Not because they don't care, but because they do. Some work long hours to provide. Some juggle 2 jobs. Some parent alone with no partner to rely on. Some have no support network. Some struggle with stress, anxiety, or trauma themselves. Some simply didn't know how important these early years are. This message isn't here to shame you. It is here to give you tools that protect your child's heart, even if you are busy, even if life is hard right now, even if you can't be physically present as much as you want. You can still be emotionally present in powerful, healing ways. One of the simplest, most powerful tools is the 10-minute connection ritual. 10 minutes of full, uninterrupted presence daily, no phone, no distractions, can reset your child's emotional system. Come to their eye level. Let them lead the play. Touch gently, smile warmly, follow their curiosity. These moments flood their brain with oxytocin and create emotional safety that lasts for hours. Your child's nervous system remembers connection far longer than the clock measures time. Another powerful tool is naming emotions. Before age 5, children cannot process emotions alone. When you say, "You're sad because I left," "I understand," or "You feel scared," "I'm here," or "You missed me," "I missed you too," you are teaching your child that emotions are safe and manageable. You are building emotional intelligence, reducing anxiety, and giving them the language to understand themselves for the rest of their life. A consistent goodbye ritual, like a special handshake, a short rhyme, a pattern of hugs, or a kiss placed gently on the palm, creates predictability that reduces separation fear. To a child, this ritual is not small. It is the promise, "I always come back." That promise becomes encoded into their nervous system. Micro moments of presence are another powerful tool: a warm glance from across the room, a gentle squeeze on the shoulder, a whispered "I love you," a short hug, a soft touch, a few seconds of snuggling before bed. The brain remembers the emotional meaning of these moments far more than it remembers duration. These tiny moments of presence communicate, "I see you, I'm here, you matter." And at the end of the day, emotional repair becomes essential. No matter how busy, stressful, or imperfect the day was, reconnect at night. Ask what the best part of their day was. Ask what the hardest part was. Tell them they are safe, loved, seen, and not alone. Hold them close for 20 to 30 seconds, long enough for their heart rate to slow down and sync with yours. This simple ritual strengthens secure attachment, the strongest predictor of emotional resilience and mental health in adulthood. Here is the truth every parent needs to hear, not just once, but again and again until it sinks into your bones. Your child does not need you to be perfect. They do not need flawless days, spotless patience, or superhero-level emotional control. They don't need you to get everything right the first time. What they need, truly, deeply, biologically, is far simpler and far more human. They need you to come back. They need you to try again. They need your presence more than your perfection. Children do not grow because a parent never slips. They grow because a parent always returns. Emotional strength is not born from perfection. It is built through repair, through those moments when you come back to your child after a rupture and say, "I'm here. You still matter. We're okay." Children don't require grand gestures or elaborate parenting strategies. They need only this, repeated in the rhythm of everyday life: see me, hear me, hold me, teach me, come back for me. Choose me again, even when you're tired. Stay soft with me, even when the world feels hard. Show me that love can bend without breaking. When you do this, when you simply show up in your messy, imperfect humanity, something extraordinary happens inside your child. Their brain grows calmer because they learn the world is safe. Their heart grows stronger because they learn they are valued. Their future grows brighter because they learn that connection, not perfection, is what makes relationships last. Your presence today becomes their inner voice tomorrow. Your gentleness becomes the way they speak to themselves. Your patience becomes their confidence. Your kindness becomes the way they love. By showing up, imperfectly, honestly, lovingly, you are shaping an adult who will not grow up chasing scraps of affection or begging the world to notice them. They will not search for love in wounded places. They will not fear abandonment every time someone leaves the room. They will not question their worthiness with every mistake. Because they learned, early and deeply, that love does not disappear when things get messy. Because they learned that they were safe, chosen, and cherished. Because they found belonging in your arms long before they found words for it. Your presence is not just parenting. It is healing. It is rewiring generational wounds. It is reshaping the future. It is legacy written in a language the world cannot see but your child will feel forever. Your presence is destiny. And every day you return, even tired, even frustrated, even imperfect, you are building a human being who will one day know how to love, how to stay, how to trust, and how to rise.